how important, and there's no doubt about the greatness of Sheryl Swoopes and her impact on basketball, not just women's basketball, but basketball in general. Well, you said she brought the noise, and I'd be remiss not to mention lately getting involved in some controversy.
It's so incredibly important. We have to bridge that gap between what's going on today and what we experience. And it will help the younger generation to know our experiences so that they don't make the same mistakes and we continue to soar.
Did you hear what Sheryl Swoopes said about Caitlin Clark? She's been throwing shade at the rookie's incredible season. But here's the twist. Another WNBA legend just shut Swoopes down. Let's talk about why this matters for the future of women's basketball. And before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Caitlin Clark is crushing it in her rookie season. She's putting up crazy numbers, 19.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and leading the league with 8.4 assists per game. That's insane for a rookie. But get this, Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA icon, isn't impressed. She actually said, "Those are hell of numbers, but to me, that's not dominating." Can you believe it? Fans and analysts are going wild over Swoopes' comments. They're all over social media, defending Clark's historic performance. It's like a battlefield out there. But here's where it gets even crazier. You won't believe who just stepped in to defend Clark.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it. Yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is, but that's the way it'll be. And I don't think it should be. Caitlin Clark right now probably takes about 40 shots a game.
Here we go.
I know you like that.
Hell yeah.
Another WNBA legend is about to shake things up big time. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any bigger, a new player enters the game. But this isn't just any player. It's a WNBA MVP with a trophy case that could make even Swoopes jealous. Why is she putting it all on the line for Clark? Enter Cynthia Cooper, a true basketball legend. We're talking about a player who dominated the WNBA in its early years. 4 championships, 2 MVP awards. Cooper's resume is stacked. But why would someone with that much clout risk getting involved in this heated debate? Here's the deal. Cooper saw what was going down with Swoopes and Clark, and she wasn't having it. She stepped up to defend Clark, and her words pack a serious punch. Cooper didn't just say Clark was good. She broke down exactly why the rookie is so special. You know what's crazy? Cooper actually praised Clark's creativity on the court. She said she's not just a three-point shooter, she's a great passer.
Brought that noise. And the fact that she can knock down the NBA three-pointer, especially back then, and still get to the rim when you play up on her, like she was cat quick. She just really brought the complete package. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer.
That's huge, coming from someone who knows the game inside and out. Cooper's not just throwing out empty compliments, she's recognizing Clark's all-around game. But Cooper didn't stop there. She got specific about Clark's skills, talking about how the rookie reads the court. Cooper mentioned seeing Clark get the ball laid up on the backdoor cut. She slips back door and gets that bucket. That's the kind of detail that shows Cooper's really been watching Clark play, not just looking at stats. Now think about this. Cooper's words are the exact opposite of what Swoopes was saying. While Swoopes was all, those numbers aren't dominating. Cooper's over here breaking down Clark's game and praising her skills. It's like night and day between these two WNBA icons. This is where things get really interesting. Cooper stepping in changes the whole story. It's not just fans and analysts defending Clark anymore. Now we've got a WNBA legend in her corner. That's a game changer, folks. Cooper's support does more than just defend Clark. It's like she's saying, Nez, hey, this is what the future of women's basketball looks like, and it's awesome. She's encouraging everyone to embrace new talent and celebrate when players take the game to new heights. You've got to wonder, what's going through Swoopes' mind right now? One of her peers, someone with just as much cred in the WNBA world, is basically saying she's wrong about Clark. That's gotta sting a little, right? But here's the thing, this isn't just about Swoopes versus Cooper versus Clark. Clark. This whole situation is shining a light on something bigger in women's basketball. It's making us ask some tough questions about how we judge new talent and what it means to dominate in today's game. You might think this is just about one player's stats, but hold up. What if I told you this drama is exposing a fault line that runs right through the heart of the WNBA?
How much more experience that gives you over other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old. Yeah, and it's not to take anything away from what she's done, but if you're talking about breaking records, then if this player did it in this amount of time, then you should do it in that same amount of time.
Clash that's tearing apart friendships and challenging everything we thought we knew about the league. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark anymore. It's about a whole generation of WNBA stars struggling to adapt to a changing game. Some legends, like Sheryl Swoopes, seem stuck in the past, unable to embrace the new era of basketball that Clark represents. Imagine being a WNBA icon, watching the game you helped build evolve right before your eyes. It's not easy, right? That's exactly what's happening with Swoopes. Her comments about Clark aren't just criticism, they're a sign of a deeper issue. It's like she can't quite get on board with how the game is changing. But here's where it gets really wild. This divide isn't just affecting the players, it's impacting friendships that have stood the test of time. Take Nancy Lieberman, another WNBA legend. She tried to talk some sense into Swoopes about Clark, and you know what happened? Their friendship took a hit. Lieberman actually said, I tried to talk to her at the Final Four, she didn't want to talk to me. Can you believe it? Years of friendship strained over a rookie's stats. This isn't just Swoopes being stubborn, it's a whole generational thing. Some of the older players are having a hard time celebrating the new talent. It's like they're afraid these rookies might overshadow their own legacies. But here's the thing, the WNBA needs both. It needs its legends and its rising stars to grow the game. Think about it, Clark is bringing in new fans, getting more media attention. That's huge for women's basketball. But instead of celebrating that, some of the old guard are pushing back. It's like they're saying, that's not how we did it in my day. But the game is changing, whether they like it or not. This clash is doing more than just creating drama. It's making us ask some big questions about the WNBA. How do we honor the past while making room for the future? How can legends like Swoopes adapt to a new style of play? And most importantly, how can the league bring everyone together to grow the sport? It's not all doom and gloom though. For every Swoopes, there's a Cynthia Cooper stepping up to support the new generation. These are the bridges the WNBA needs. Players who can connect the past and the future. They're showing that it's possible to celebrate new talent without diminishing the achievements of the past. But let's be real, this divide isn't going away overnight. It's going to take some serious work to bring everyone together.
There was this quote by Sheryl that said, Caitlin was, 25 years old. She was taking 40 shots a game. Her records were illegitimate. And I got off the treadmill and I called her as a friend. And if you just get ahead of this and just say, hey, I made a mistake on my numbers, then this thing is over and everybody respects you for your opinion.
The league needs to find a way to celebrate its history while still pushing forward. It's a delicate balance, but it's crucial for the future of women's basketball. So, we've got legends butting heads and friendships on the rocks. Sounds like a mess, right? But get this whole Caitlin Clark situation might be the wake-up call the WNBA desperately needs. Could this drama be the key to unlocking a brighter future for women's basketball? Think about it, Clark's not just breaking records, she's breaking the internet. Her incredible rookie season is turning heads and getting people talking about women's basketball in a way we haven't seen before. That's huge for the WNBA, but it's not just about Clark. This whole situation is shining a spotlight on some big issues in the league. It's like the WNBA is at a crossroads, and how they handle this could shape the future of the sport.
Well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. I mean, if you want to talk about bullies, we can talk about every time Caitlin has the ball, she pushes off.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing, Clark's success could be a game changer for everyone in the league. We're talking bigger contracts, more sponsorship deals, and way more eyes on women's basketball. That's good news for every player, not just the rookies. But there's a catch. For the WNBA to really take off, they need to get everyone on board. That means the legends like Swoopes and the rising stars like Clark need to find a way to work together. It's not about erasing the past, it's about building on it. Cynthia Cooper gets it. She's not just defending Clark, she's showing us what the future of the WNBA could look like. Cooper said something really important. So we have to bridge that gap between what's going on today and what we experience so that they don't make the same mistakes and we continue to soar and grow as a league. That's the kind of thinking that could take women's basketball to the next level. Imagine a WNBA where the old school and the new school come together, where legends share their wisdom and rookies bring fresh energy. That's the kind of league that could really explode in popularity. But it's not going to be easy. The WNBA needs to find a way to manage these generational transitions. They need to figure out how to promote their new stars without forgetting their history. It's a tricky balance, but it's crucial for the league's growth. Here's where it gets interesting. This drama might actually force the WNBA to make some changes. Maybe they'll come up with better ways to handle conflicts between players, or maybe they'll create programs to help veterans mentor rookies. Either way, this could be the push the league needs to evolve. And let's be real, all this attention on the WNBA isn't a bad thing. People are talking about women's basketball, debating stats, and getting fired up about players. That's the kind of passion that builds a fan base and grows the sport. So yeah, things might seem messy right now, but this could be the moment the WNBA has been waiting for. A chance to bring together the best of its past and its future, to show the world that women's basketball is more exciting and more relevant than ever. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, a leaked text message changes everything. Is this the olive branch that could end the Swoopes-Clark feud, or is it just the calm before an even bigger storm? Turns out Sheryl Swoopes reached out to Caitlin Clark with an apology. In the leaked messages, Swoopes wrote, "I made a mistake on what year this is for you. COVID year has me all confused." She even showed some respect for Clark's game. That's a pretty big deal, right? But here's where it gets tricky. Even after saying sorry, Swoopes kept throwing shade at Clark. She's still out there suggesting the Fever could do just fine without the rookie. And during game commentary, Swoopes didn't even mention Clark. Talk about awkward. You know what's really cool though? Clark's response to Swoopes. She took the high road saying, "I really appreciate you reaching out and there's no hard feelings. I appreciate all you have done for women's basketball and for inspiring girls like me." That's some serious class from the rookie. This whole situation is like a roller coaster. One minute it looks like things are calming down. The next we're right back in the drama. It's got everyone wondering, can these two ever really see eye to eye? But let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about Swoopes and Clark anymore. It's about how the WNBA handles these kinds of conflicts. They've got a chance here to show how legends and rookies can come together even when things get heated. Think about it. What if the league used this as a teachable moment? They could set up mentoring programs, get veterans and rookies talking more, maybe even have some public discussions about how the game's changing. That could be huge for bringing everyone together. And let's not forget about players like Cynthia Cooper. Her support for Clark is exactly what the WNBA needs right now. It's like she's building a bridge between the old school and the new school. More of that could really help the league grow. Imagine if more WNBA legends stepped up like Cooper. They could share their wisdom, help the rookies avoid mistakes, and still celebrate new talent. That's the kind of environment where everyone wins. But here's the million-dollar question. How does the WNBA make sure this drama doesn't happen again? They need to figure out a way to celebrate their history while still pushing the game forward. It's not easy, but it's crucial for the future of women's basketball. The league's got a real opportunity here. They could use this whole situation to create new policies, improve communication between players, maybe even set up some kind of mentorship program. It's all about turning this drama into something positive. And you know what? All this attention might not be so bad for the WNBA. People are talking about women's basketball more than ever. If they play their cards right, this could be a turning point for the league. Yeah, things are messy right now, but there's hope. If Swoopes and Clark can find a way to move past this, it could set an example for the whole league. It's not just about them anymore, it's about the future of women's basketball. You know what's wild? This whole Swoopes-Clark drama might be exactly what the WNBA needed. Think about it. Clark's not just breaking records, she's breaking barriers. Her success could be a game changer for everyone in the league. Cynthia Cooper said it best. Clark's success could help make all WNBA players players multi-millionaires. That's huge. We're talking bigger contracts, more sponsorships, and way more eyes on women's basketball. It's like Clark's lighting a fire under the whole league. But here's the real kicker. What if this drama is exactly what the WNBA needed to spark a new era of growth and unity? Maybe it's time for the league to embrace its rising stars while still honoring its legends. Imagine a WNBA where veterans and rookies work together to take the game to new heights. Now that's a future worth fighting for.